Are you finding it tough to get a really good night's sleep? Well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to dive into 5 incredible sleep rituals from Japan. And the best part is, they're all backed by solid science. Think of this as a new blueprint for your rest. And we're going to show you exactly how to make it work, no matter where you live. So let's start with the big question. Why is quality sleep so darn elusive these days? I mean, our modern lives are just a whirlwind of screens, stress, and never-ending to-do lists that totally mess with our natural sleep rhythms. But here's the good news. We can absolutely get it back. And look, these aren't just some random theories. These hacks come from someone's real-life experience living in Japan, and they've been tweaked so that you, me, anyone can use them anywhere to completely change the way we sleep. First things first, we're kicking things off with your afternoon sleep prep. And yeah, you heard that right, afternoon. Believe it or not, a fantastic night's sleep actually begins hours and hours before your head even hits the pillow. Okay, so hack number 1 is what we're calling the caffeine review. It sounds simple, and it is, but this one little rule about your afternoon cup of coffee can have a massive impact later on. So here's the science of it. Caffeine has this really long half-life, which basically means it's like that one party guest who just doesn't know when to leave. It can hang around in your system for up to 8 hours. That's why the hack itself is so straightforward but so effective. Just make 2 p.m. your absolute cutoff time for anything with caffeine. And if you're thinking, does it really matter? Oh, it does. The author of our source material tells the story about having a latte at 6 p.m. and then tossing and turning until midnight. It's just a perfect reminder of how long that stuff can stick with you. But what do you do when that afternoon slump hits and you need a little something? Well, instead of coffee, you could try a warm cup of Japanese dashi. That's D-A-S-H-I. It's this wonderfully savory broth that gives you that same warm, comforting feeling without any of the stimulants that are going to wreck your sleep. All right, so you've got your caffeine under control. Now, let's fast forward to the evening. Hack number 2 is all about this amazing 90-minute wind-down routine to get your body physically ready for rest. I want you to remember this number, 90. 90 minutes. This is the magic number, the key to using your body's own internal thermostat to literally trigger sleepiness. You know, a lot of people think it's the heat from a bath that makes you sleepy, but that's not quite the whole story. The real magic happens after you get out. When your core body temperature starts to drop, it sends a powerful signal to your brain that it's time for sleep. So by taking a warm bath 90 minutes before bed, you're timing that natural cool down perfectly. And hey, I know what you might be thinking, but I don't have a bathtub. No problem at all. This is where the Japanese foot bath, or a shiyu, comes in. It is just as effective. Seriously, warming up your feet helps your whole body radiate heat, which kicks off that same essential cooling process you need to get sleepy. Okay, next up is a big one, light. Light is probably one of the most powerful cues your brain listens to. So for hack number 3, it's time to learn how to switch your entire environment into night mode. The color of the light around you has a direct effect on your brain chemistry. That harsh blue light from our phones, our TVs, our overhead lights, it's basically shouting, "Hey, it's daytime, wake up," to your brain. And it stops the production of melatonin. But warm, orange-toned light, that does the exact opposite. It whispers, "The sun is setting, time to get sleepy." So how do you actually do this? It's super easy with a smart bulb. Just go into the settings and set the color temperature to below 2700 Kelvin. That's just the unit they use to measure light color. It'll give you this beautiful, warm, almost candlelight glow that tells your body it's time to chill out. All right, your body is prepped, your room is set. Now we're down to the final 5 minutes before you drift off. This is all about calming that busy mind of yours. Our 4th hack taps into the incredible power of scent, which is a huge part of Japanese wellness. We're talking about using wa scents, that's W-A for harmony, to help reset your mind for sleep. Scents like hinoki, which is Japanese cypress, and byakudan, or sandalwood, are just famous for being incredibly grounding and calming. They're the kind of smells you often find in temples. A few drops in a diffuser or even just a little sachet next to your pillow can turn your bedroom into a peaceful sanctuary. And now for our final hack. It's a simple but seriously powerful breathing technique from Zen traditions called Tanden Kokyu. It's a special kind of deep belly breathing that's designed to flip the switch in your nervous system from that stressed out fight or flight mode to the calm, rest and digest mode. Here's all you have to do. Once you're in bed, just breathe in gently through your nose for a count of 5. Then breathe out really slowly through your mouth for a count of 10. That long, slow exhale, that's the secret sauce. It activates your body's relaxation response. Just 5 minutes of this can stop those racing thoughts dead in their tracks. So, we've gone over all the pieces. How does this actually all fit together? Let's take a look at your new sleep blueprint, a complete evening ritual you can make your own. So here it is. After 2 p.m., you say goodbye to caffeine. Then 90 minutes before bed, you've got your warm bath or foot bath. An hour before bed, all the lights go dim and warm. At bedtime, you introduce those calming scents. And finally, once you're tucked in, you do 5 minutes of that intentional breathing. See, each step just builds on the one before it, creating this amazing momentum towards a great night's rest. The goal here is not about being perfect. It's about making progress. You don't have to do all 5 of these things tonight. Just take a look at the list and ask yourself, which one small habit feels the easiest to start? What's the one thing you're going to try tonight to start taking back your sleep?